Alrighty, people, today we have some pretty breaking news if you are in the Nintendo Switch collecting space, as one of the most expensive Nintendo Switch games is getting a reprint. I really, truly thought it was not going to happen because of the publisher, as we'll talk about, but our saviors over at VGP have come in clutch once more, and the Trine series is getting a reprint on the Switch. Let's talk about it. Alrighty, folks, good Thursday morning. I hope your day is treating you well. So we have some pretty awesome news if you are a Switch collector today. I was not anticipating this to happen. I actually talked about this game in a video very recently, just a couple weeks ago, and how I really wouldn't expect it to get a reprint, and that is the Trine Series 1 through 3 collection. Now, originally this got released through Game Trust, which was GameStop's publishing label, and over the summer, for some reason, this game just like exploded. Looking at the price charting page for this game, as you can see, I mean, I covered this in the video a couple weeks ago, but loose price 60, complete price 180, new price 282, and scrolling over to the chart here, it was specifically in the summer for some reason. Really this year, I guess. This game just blew up. I don't really know why. I mean, Trine is a great series of games. These are pretty beloved indie games, I would say, from Frozen Bytes. I played them for the first time back on the Wii U, and I kind of fell in love there, but this is yeah, something where it just kind of spiked out of nowhere. I think this was like a 2019 or 2020 release, so it came out, you know, yeah, back in like early 2020, and then over time it was just kind of burning, and then eventually this year something happened and it just spiked like completely. It was right around here that I made a video on it in September, I think. So yeah, this game like went crazy out of nowhere, and I really didn't think it would get a reprint because it was done by Game Trust, which is GameStop's publishing label, which they haven't really used in recent years. I don't think GameStop has any interest in doing that. But our saviors over at VGP have completely come in clutch once more, and they have announced a reprint, not of just Trine Series 1 through 3, but an entirely new physical package for the Trine series. It was actually really funny how they teased it yesterday at like 4 p.m. They just tweeted out the Trine logo, and my first thought was like, wait, that's not like the regular Trine logo, I don't think. Maybe it's the Trine 4 logo because that game's like got a blue theme, but all they tweeted out was this logo, and I immediately knew like, okay, well, this is obviously getting a reprint. Then they kind of teased a little bit more throughout the day here. They said, a Trine retrospective, the year is 2019, the Trine Series 1 through 3, developed by Frozen Byte and published by Game Trust, launched for the Nintendo Switch with all 3 games on a single cartridge on September 20th, 2019. Initially, this collection was exclusively sold at GameStop for $39.99 USD. Currently, it fetches between $200 to $500 on secondary markets. The Trine 4 Ultimate Collection, encompassing Trine 1 through 4, launched on October 18, 2019. It was developed by Frozen Byte and published by Maximum Games. Notably, only Trine 4 was provided on the physical cartridge, whereas Trine 1 through 3 were available as digital downloads, retailing at $49.99. And then it says, in 2024, VGP announces ... kind of just building up suspense. But like, yeah, these were the original physicals we had. There is also a standalone release of Trine 4 that you can get if you decide you want to go for all these kind of individually. But these were like the 2 kind of main releases we had for Trine. This one, which honestly was, I feel like, pretty niche, probably pretty low print, because it sounds like, yeah, I mean, they say here, Trine 1 through 3 came out in September 2019, and then the 1 through 4 collection came out in October 2019 with a download code for those bottom 3 games. But then luckily, VGP coming in clutch here. In partnership with THQ Nordic, VGP is excited to unveil the Trine Ultimate Collection Physical Edition for the Nintendo Switch exclusively at VGP for $54.99 in Canadian dollars, but also $39.99 USD, in stock, ready to ship right now. There is also a bundle they have that includes a physical copy of the 5th game. I was kind of hoping that this would include the 5th game on the cartridge, but alas, it does not. But yeah, here is the box art for this bad boy. I'm not like super in love with this box art, I will be honest, specifically because it has this like a little part at the bottom here that says includes Trine 1, 2, 3, and 4. It has the different box arts for those. I wish it was just like this really nice clean art here, but yeah, VGP completely coming in clutch and reprinting one of the most expensive Switch games. I was actually planning on doing a video kind of just talking about like the top maybe 10-15 most expensive games on the console, and Trine Series 1 through 3 was going to be on that list. And I mean, here's the thing with this, right? If you're a collector, if you go for variants, you're still going to have the option to go for Trine Series 1 through 3, and as well as Trine 4, and then the different Trine 4 collection. But those prices are going to plummet now because there is another way to get this entire series on a Switch cartridge, which I'm very happy about. I missed Trine Series 1 through 3, and I was kind of salty about it. I was like, oh, I really want to own the Trine games, because I actually just kind of recently here picked up Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, which I haven't had the chance to play yet, but this one just came out, I think, back in August, and I was like, oh, well, if I have Trine 5, I want to get the rest of them, but now there's this collection, which is just perfect. So, yeah, huge shout out to VGP, huge shout out to THQ Nordic for making this happen. I was saying this in a video a couple days ago. I'm not sure which one. I think it was the Reprint video. VGP seems to really just have a pulse on this community, on the collecting community, and what people want. So to see this collection of games specifically getting reprinted, like literally 2 or 3 weeks after I made that video, I was like, wow, that's awesome. Obviously, this would have been in the work well before my video or anything. I'm not saying like my video influenced them, but in general, they just seem to really understand, like, okay, these are the games that we need to work and get deals on and kind of reprints. So, yeah, huge shout out to VGP. Like I said, they do have this pretty cool bundle here where it includes the Trine Ultimate Collection Physical plus Trine 5, and you'll be getting free shipping on that, I believe, anywhere in the world, which is great because I think normally the threshold for free shipping is 80. This comes in right under 80, but they're just doing free shipping on this anyway, and you'll get both games. Like I said, I kind of wish that this had Trine 5 on the cartridge. I get why it doesn't. Trine 5 just came out, but also, like, we kind of already have a Trine 1 through 4 collection. It would have been nice to just have a Trine 1 through 5 on one nice cartridge. Who knows if the Switch will end up getting a Trine 6 or whatever, if Frozen Byte will even make that. But I was kind of hoping, like, okay, if they're going to do a new printing of this, like a new version, it would have been nice to have Trine 5 on there, but that's fine. But yeah, I mean, $80 Canadian, what would that be in US dollars for this whole bundle? $57, $58 for 5 very great, very high quality games. And yeah, I mean, that is great news. So if you haven't played the Trine series, I highly recommend you check at least one of them out. They're all in the eShop, I think, for like pretty cheap if you just want to kind of dip your toes in. But Trine 1, 2, 4, and 5 are all like very, very high quality 2D puzzle platformers, co-op puzzle platformers. Great to play with, like, you know, significant other or just friends and family, that kind of thing. And you have these 3 characters. So you have Amadeus the wizard, you have Pontius the knight, as well as Zoya the thief, and these 3 characters are your main kind of cast throughout all 5 games, and they all have kind of their own different abilities. So like the wizard can like conjure these cubes that you can use for like platforming challenges and stuff, or like waiting down kind of buttons and just solving puzzles that way. Pontius, of course, has a shield and a sword, so he can kind of slash things with the sword, solve puzzles that way, take down enemies. And then Zoya the thief kind of has like these zip line ropes that she kind of uses to walk around. And they all have this like beautiful, like very, very vibrant, like saturated art style, and like this great like storybook kind of aesthetic and setting where there's like this really great narration and voiceover. I fell in love with Trine 2 on the Wii U. I have not finished Trine 4 yet either, so I need to go to that. But Trine 3 is a little different. Trine 3 is like this weird 3D platformer. I actually platinumed this one on PS4 back when it came out. I think I did a video on it back in like 2015 on my old channel. But yeah, I mean, even with Trine 3 being like a lesser reviewed game, I think this is a very easy recommendation for me. I like Frozen Byte a lot. Even like 9 Parchments I enjoyed. Has Been Here, as I talked about on the channel before. I think Frozen Byte is a severely underrated developer, so I'm just happy that like these games are going to get in more people's hands and more people have a kind of a chance to get introduced to the series. Let me know down in the comments below, are you planning on picking up this new Trine physical release? I know I got a lot of comments on my video where I initially talked about Trine 1 through 3, saying like, oh, I missed this, or oh, I already had this, maybe I should sell it. I guess if you were trying to make a quick buck off of Trine 1 through 3, if you already had it in your collection, you're like, oh, I could sell this for money. You know, a lot of people buy a game and then they don't realize it's worth money. If you were planning on selling it, I hope you sold it, because yeah, Trine 1 through 3 is going to plummet in price now, which is great. I honestly might still try to pick it up if it does go down to like that $30 range, just to have a complete Trine collection on Switch, like all of the different variants, because there's also the Trine 1 through 4 with the digital codes, but then there's also Trine 4 by itself with like a standalone cover art. I kind of want to go for all of them if they go down in price enough. But yeah, let me know if you're planning on picking this up and down in the comments below. And of course, subscribe here for more Nintendo Switch collecting content coverage, all that fun stuff. I was going to post another one of those like rare games to buy before they get expensive video today, but then I saw this before I went to bed and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to talk about Trine today, because this is obviously really big news for the collecting community. So yeah, let me know if you're planning on picking this up. And until next time, folks, of course, follow me on Twitter at Botox Games. Check out my other YouTube channel at Botox Games as well. And until next time, peace.